Happy post-election. One positive thing as of last night: no more political ads. It will start back up on Monday for all the presidential campaigns in 2020, but it won't be as bad. But now you have to endure the law commercials where, hey, strong arm, right? The picture guy. Those all popped back up this morning. I'm like, okay, what's the difference? Well, we had a pretty rough night for transportation last night. How many people know where we're at? Raise your hand if you watched the elections. Well, we had a rough one. We 110 went down resoundingly. I was a little bit surprised. I didn't think it would be that bad, but it went down. 109, same thing. So guess what? Pick our chins up. Do the best we can, keep plowing forward with what we got, right? We're good at doing that. We'll still see maybe $20 million in the region a year. Just kidding. We'll still see about $120 million in our normal program. We'll still have a lot of work. We've been here, we've done that. We came out of the flood and we've been working, and now we're starting to come out of the flood. So we're going to start probably going down a little bit. There's still the possibility that someone's going to run an initiative in 2019. So I don't know if you guys have seen the presentation, but there's still some talk about something coming back on the plate in 2019. Different type of measure probably. Don't know what's going to happen, but we are what we are. We do what we do. We maintain. We make sure people's lives are as good as we can. Safety. Keep our roads as smooth and as traversable as possible. Potholes, right? Mowing. We still got a lot of work that we got to get done. We'll still have about $50 million in resurfacing. It's not like everything stops. It almost would have went so fast when they both passed that we'd have been all scrambling a little bit more. So we'll have to refocus. We're still going to see about $200 million on I-25. Outside of what's going on now. So we're spending about $300 million on I-25, 350 plus or minus, out on I-25 for 7 and 8, right? That's good. That's still going to happen. Work's still going to get done. We'll see $200 million on 5 and 6. Some interchanges will get done, and we'll still be working towards the final solutions and hoping in the next 3 to 5 years we see some more dollars come in. But there's always hope. I've been doing this for 26 years and 27, and a lot of times I've seen ups and downs and ebbs and flows through my career. Last night I heard some positive notes that the House was in DC was taken over by the blue wave, right? They called it the blue wave. They're already talking infrastructure and wanting to work with the president on infrastructure. So we don't know what's going to come out of it. So there's always positive things that we got to look to in the future. Sometimes split houses are better when it gets done. There's just more that gets compromised, right? More collaboration happens. So I still feel that maybe next year we'll see something come out of the federal government or even in the state government. So keep your chins up. When you talk to people, I mean, people spoke. This is the first time in my career that I've actually, except for referendum and C&D, first time I've ever really seen that people get to say what they want, right? Usually it's people telling them what they think. And last night, I got to see people tell us, hey, we don't need to increase taxes for transportation. We don't need the bond for 20 years for some work. I mean, if that doesn't tell you something, then you're not reading the tea leaves. But so there's hope for us. We'll just keep plowing forward. We'll keep doing it. Yes, I was a little bit depressed when it happened, but I got to get myself back up, pull my bootstraps up, and start plowing through and doing the things we need to do. So keep your chins up. Now, on a better note, Veterans Day. Thursday, we'll be here 9 to 10. Please join us. Tim, one of our veterans, and James, I think, right, are going to be leading the event. I think there's nothing better than letting veterans lead the event, right? I could stand up here, you guys don't want to hear me. But I think having these vets that work in our region, there's more than just these two, leading that event and making sure that we recognize our veterans for the greatness of our country that's a big day for us. Please join us from 9 to 10. And I think I read on News for You I think the flu shots are also from 9 to 10 too. So we got Veterans Day and flu shots all at the same time. So if you need your flu shot, please come in and get your flu shot. If you don't, we do pay for it. If you don't have, I think it's some type of insurance.
Yeah, if you don't have insurance.
If you don't have insurance, we will pay for your flu shot. Why do we do that? People say, why do you pay for flu shots? Well, because I want you guys healthy so you can come to work. Not really. And I just lost my mind. Dude. We're an IT industry. So, tomorrow's a big day. If you want to come, make sure you join us with the Veterans Day. Interchange Committee will be having their quarterly HQ meeting on Thursday, November 15th from 11 to 12. Come and enjoy the hearing about the new peer-to-peer. How many people in here know about the peer-to-peer thing? I'm going to have Juliet talk about that really when they get the microphone back on. You're not going to get the microphone back on? Oh, okay. And then as well as there's going to be a segment on fly fishing. Whoa! Anybody know how to fly fish? Cindy, raise your hand. So anybody wants to know a little bit about fly fishing, come on in. It's fun. It actually drains the brain of all your stresses and pains when you're out there fishing and you're stumbling across the rocks and you hope to God you don't fall when you're walking and fishing and you can see that fish in that hole and all of a sudden you're down. So come and learn about all that. New employee orientation is on November 19th. We typically have anywhere between 8 and 10 people. How many do we have this time? 15 new employees. It's a great orientation, and this is not a shot against any other region because I'm a one CDOTer, but I think we're the only region that does this type of orientation for our new employees, which is good because they get to see the faces of the RLT and be able to be part of that, right? So I think it's a good thing. If you've never seen one and you want to see what it looks like, we would be more than welcome and let you present at those meetings anytime. Cindy? Sure. Chili cook-off, December 19th. No, I lied, December 10th. So if you want to enter your chili, my chili's the best, both red and green. But I don't usually participate because I don't want to embarrass anybody. So I just come and taste everybody's chili and get to enjoy everybody's cooking. So bring some chili. It's here, right? Right in this building, right in this location. Come and eat some chili. It's $100 a person, right? $5. That's not on my sheet, $5 a person. So we will be having the chili cook-off. Please come and enjoy it. I mean, it's a good time. You get to taste some great chili. No elk chili, no deer chili, no stewed chili, no possum chili. Right? Just all straight chili from around my line. Do we allow open wild game chili? Do we have a category for wild game chili?
No.
Just throw it all in the mix. Wild game chili. If it's possum or squirrel. Okay. Do we have possums in Colorado? No. We do not have possums in Colorado. Oh, well, we have maybe Corey. Corey thinks we have possums in Colorado. Oh, my. The 9th through the 19th, Corey Stewart, the guy that thinks you have possums in Colorado, will be your acting RTD.
I'll be playing possum.
You'll be playing possum. That's what it means. Okay, I get it now. So I'm going to be out of town. Corey's going to be acting. He'll be down at commission, but he'll be able to sign things and do everything else. So with that, is there anybody that has any announcements they'd like to throw out? Reggie, come on up. No?
We are also having a cookie exchange the same day as the chili cook-off. Unfortunately, I didn't get a slide up for the news for you, but the same, so we're going to have a full day.
Cookie exchange on December 10th, the same day as the chili cook-off,
yes,
here in the interchange.
Yes,
And that is even better than the chili. Cookies are awesome.
so yes.
Can I buy cookies and bring them?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to make my famous cookies or like petites or something?
And that way, anybody who wants to share
So you can share your cookies. Thank you, Frenchie. That's awesome. So there'll be an announcement probably on News for You, and it's coming out. Okay. So cookie exchange, Christmas time. Get that little ponson. Corey's coming down. He's got an announcement. Juliet, come up first. And you're going to have to sit in the seat because this is where you have to be. Or I think you can stand next to me. I don't speak.
Not in the hot seat. So we have Achievement of the Month for the month of October. And so I'll just read what was submitted and describe the situation for Achievement of the Month for the month of October. So the I-70 Araba project was put on the shelf in January 30th of 2018. On September 20th of 2018, the Region 4 Business Manager, South Program Engineer, let the Lyman resident engineer know that this was a project that was going to advertisement soon. The Lyman resident engineer was also told if there was any possible way to take the project to advertisement before the 2018 November election, CDOT could possibly save the taxpayers some money. The normal amount of time for a project taking it off the shelf to advertise is 60 to 90 days. After discussing the possibility of getting this project to advertisement before the November election, the design project engineer and Lyman residency design crew thought they would give it their best shot. James Miller sent out an email to our specialty units asking if they saw any reason that they couldn't meet the advertisement date of October 25th, 2018. With positive feedback from this email, we started on this task, and the Lyman resident engineer, Carl Larson, Mike Hines, and James Miller were added to the work group to help accomplish this new advertisement date. So for October 2018, James Miller, Carl Larson, and Mike Hines are the recipients of the Achievement of the Month. So if you can give them a hand. And also know that there was a lot of people that really helped with that for specialty groups that were also added in the email, and they'll be included in the Achievement Month, so you can read about that. But that was a nice achievement. To talk really quick on the peer-to-peer that's going to be here for interchange. So each region, this is something new that headquarters has started, but I'm proud to say that I think that we started this in Region 4. So with the help of Chris Yukowicz and the interchange team, a couple of years ago, we decided that there was really a need for a change within the first responders and how we handle health maintenance people out in the field who are first responders to fatalities or serious accidents. So we started discussing what are ways that we can help those people to be able to go through those challenges. We took it to headquarters and they came up with what's now called the peer-to-peer exchange. So we have 2 representatives from Region 4 and they're going to come, and at least one of them will come and kind of explain the process on how they can be a helpful, almost consultant to that person who's a first responder. And so they've gone through training, and they are going to have a short, it's Josh Sutherland, and I knew he'd asked me this, and Lonnie, Kimball. Lonnie Kimball. Sorry. So those 2 are our 2 representatives. And so it's kind of an exciting thing, I think, for the state, but it's also something that I'm proud of, that in our region, we really brought it forth and let people know that it was a need. So we'll have that for the interchange thing on the, what day did I say?
That'd be the 15th
No,
of November.
15th? Good job, John. That's it.
That peer-to-peer exchange, I think it's one of the most critical things we do. I mean, a lot of people, even our engineers, we see some pretty nasty stuff on our roads, right? I mean, these maintenance guys roll up on accidents. Sometimes the first one's there, sometimes in support. But we see some bad things. I remember my first fatality I saw on one of my construction projects. It affected me for a long period of time. And just having somebody to get through it, because a lot of times people don't think they need that help, right? And then all of a sudden, 4 to 6 months, a year down the road, things are affecting you differently. And I think we have to be there. That's sort of a people peak kind of thing, right? Being there for the folks that need that help. And some people can just blow it off and move on, but I will tell you, it's not easy to go out and see a fatality or young children that have died in a car accident. So, you know, support these 2 guys. These 2 guys got a difficult job because they're walking in to a bad situation and trying to help people. So please, anybody that's watching on the video or that's here, utilize those folks just to talk. They can help you. They've had training. They know how to talk you through things. They know how to get you support. They know who to talk to, and it's going to be a very important thing moving forward. We've actually, in my 9 years, have had a lot of people leave CDOT or really go from good employees just down to barely getting by and not knowing why. And until you sit down and talk to them, you start realizing some of the bad things that have happened out on the road, near misses, accidents, they really affected people. So engineers go through the same thing. You guys out on your projects, you see some bad things. I know I do. And they're not easy to get over. So don't think that you don't need to talk to somebody. Take a shot at it. It's all confidential. No one's going to know. Another thing is Juliet's team, and I'm here, if you really want to talk, don't be afraid to open up a little bit to help you get through some of those tragic memories that are in your head, all right? It's a great program. I'm a full 100% supporter of it, and I think it's really going to just be something that we need. Anything else? Corey found a possum at a zoo.
No, that is not a true statement.
So, anything else? Is there any announcements? Tim, is there an announcement you'd like to make?
Yes.
We'll come up and do it.
January 4th is the deadline for the photo contest.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you. Just want to announce that maintenance has picked up a new deputy maintenance superintendent, Steve Panero. Please stand. Welcome aboard. As you know, he transferred from Region 1 and decided to come to the best region in the state, right? Right? Yeah. So welcome aboard. You'll see him around here. He'll be up in the tops area around the central program until we get his space here in the front office down here in our section.
Let's welcome Steve. One of the things, just so you guys understand why we put in a fourth deputy, you know, we tried, when we got the 4 counties out east, we tried to get by with the same staffing patterns as we had for about 3.5 years. What we were finding, Tim and I discussed, and some of the deputy supers discussed, we were finding we weren't getting out enough to the field, being part of the people in the field, because they got so busy with the administrative duties. How many people in here in the last 5 years have seen administrative duties laid upon you that weren't part of your normal duty? Raise your hand. So maintenance was seeing some of the same things, and Tim's policies and procedures that he was putting in place started seeing the lack of our supers getting out to the field and the lack of engagement out in the field. So we, most regions have 2 deputies, have 2 superintendents, 2 different sections in the region. With the geographical area as big as Region 4, they have 2 supers. Well, I'm unwilling to 2 supers because I already got enough direct reports. Plus, I also believe that having 1 super with 4 deputies is a little bit easier for me to manage the communication up and down. Get too broad and too flat at the top, then it doesn't drive a lot of the good communication down to the bottom. So we put a 4th deputy in. We split up the organization, and each deputy has a managed work area out in the field that has an ops area that they will be managing, so that we get some administrative work, they'll be getting some field opportunities, and then also it's a growth pattern for all of our deputies. They get to get involved in operations and office and policy, and then that prepares them better for a superintendent role. So we put the 4th superintendent in. There's a good solid reason. We still, I think that's 5, I call them all supers. There's 5 supers in Region 4, and there's typically 6 in most regions around the state with superintendents and deputies. So we're still, I think, managing at a level where we're still keeping people on the ground, because at the end of the day, I'm not a guy that wants to put a bunch in at the top. I want to keep them out on the ground, and I think this is a good solution to get that done and then have some of our super deputies grow. So it's a good opportunity for our deputies, and it's a great opportunity for people in the field that are in the future going to be looking to move up. So that's that. Anything else? Rich, Parker, do you have anything on building or anything great?
Not at this time.
Not at this time. Anybody else got new employees they want to announce? Any new employees that I didn't know about? That would be a bad day. All right. January 4th is the deadline for the picture contest in Region 4. So get your pictures in. And has people walked around and looked at some of these wonderful pictures that are up? It's pretty cool. I think that's probably one of the best things that we've done. I really like it. I walk by this one up here on the wall where you're looking down at the Canyon City Royal Gorge. I actually get dizzy when I walk by and I go, ooh. But some of it is really cool. So take a look at these pictures, submit your pictures of your stuff and your whereabouts in Region 4 and get them in. All right, is there any questions? Any opportunities? Any threats? Any weaknesses other than me? Have a great rest of the week.